Hello and welcome to the behind the scenes for our Fallout 5 video. If you haven't watched the video yet, I suggest you go do that first to avoid any spoilers. When we first got the idea for doing this video, we had a little less than a week until the release of Fallout 4, so we knew that we needed to get it done very quickly. So while most people were out making last-minute costumes for Halloween, I was putting together a last-minute vault suit and props for this video. The vault suit was jumpsuit from Uncle Ian and some yellow tape, and the Pip-Boy was made out of some PVC parts that I got from Lowe's as a base and superglued together. In addition to that, I used some Sculpey to make the body of the Pip-Boy itself, and hit that with some silver spray paint to give it the metallic look. Everything was made the night before we had to go shoot, so we got everything to a workable state, and then gathered it up and got ready to head out to the desert. However, on the way to our destination, Google Maps tried to kill us by telling us to turn onto this road, which looks like a normal road in Google Maps, but when you switch over to Earth, you can actually see that it's just a bunch of dirt and rocks, and it turns into some mountains later. Eventually, after driving our four-door sedan over some particularly big rocks, we decided to turn around and were successfully able to follow some signs on the side of the road to El Mirage Dry Lake Bed. It's a big, flat, desolate lake bed that's a recreation center mostly used for driving around at high speed, and it was perfect for what we needed to shoot. However, what you can't see in the video is that it's actually incredibly windy, and you're constantly getting dust, dirt, and other stuff blown into your eyes, and we had to yell to each other basically to hear anything. Most of the shots were gotten using a small camera that our camera operator brought attached to a Steadicam rig, which allowed us to be very fast and flexible while shooting, which was important because after we got lost and due to daylight savings, we only had like 4 or 5 hours to shoot before the sun went down. So we tried to get everything as quickly as possible, and we actually shot it in reverse order. So the first shots were actually later in the day, but hopefully that looks more like morning. We had a few unexpected problems along the way too. The tape that was used to make up the numbers and the lines on the vault suit didn't actually stick very well, and the wind kept blowing it off, so it had to be continuously reattached with more tape. The silver spray paint didn't stick particularly well to the Pip-Boy, and instead stuck to basically everything else, mostly including Ian. And we only have one take of this shot with the gun bat because on the very first take after it got thrown, the gun hit the ground and broke instantly, so we were unable to get any more of that. However, despite all that, we were still able to get all the shots we needed right as the sun was setting, and headed back home to finish up the edit. This shot of Dave trapped in the computer screen was actually done by using a sliding glass door in our house and setting up the green screen behind it, and then waiting till it was dark outside so we didn't catch any reflections in the glass itself. And the screen comps were done by simply keying and then tracking the screen on the computer. To color the outdoor shots, I pushed it just a little bit towards green to emulate the green haze filter that's present over everything in Fallout 3, and accented the teals and oranges with a bit of saturation. The Deathclaw model, texture, and animation is actually straight from Fallout 3, and was rendered in Cinema 4D using the physical sun and sky for the sake of time. However, the animation was completely baked, which meant that we couldn't extend it or change it at all, or else some very bad things would happen, so I had to accommodate the shot length. These Polaroids were done by our animation friend Kevin, who had a bit to drink, and then went on to Ian's Facebook to find old pictures of him to Photoshop together with the Deathclaw. After Kevin had a bit more to drink, Ian himself had to finish up the third one. And that's it for the behind the scenes for Fallout 5. Hopefully you enjoyed a quick peek behind the insanity that goes into making these videos. As always, thanks for watching.